Starting recording and starting stream. All right, here is round 3 of, the June Gangs of the Undercity tournament. And here we have Jazz Elves playing the, oh my goodness, not the Salvagers. Oh my goodness, my words are horrible today. Misfits. And then we have Halloween Night playing the Troop.
Greetings.
So I will go over a quick rundown of the scenario. This is Shipping Yard Showdown, and I apologize for some loud noises you're probably going to hear over my microphone. There's lots going on over here. So the Shipping Yard Showdown, if you've been following what's been happening in the other two scenarios, is the Breacher group and the Climber group have now remerged back together, and they know where the MacGuffin is. So it's somewhere in one of these shipping containers. So the two gangs meet up and roughly at the same time and try to find the MacGuffin. And whoever gets it first gets 3 victory points. So, have you guys decided on which modifiers you're taking?
Double checking. How many do we get? That's something I was looking over the guidelines right now, and never mind. It says 1.
Yeah, by default it's 1. Only Breach Wall had 2.
Yep, that was. All right. In that case, I will be selecting the Scouting Ahead modifier.
It's a good choice. And Halloween?
I will also be scouting ahead.
Oh. Well then.
Haha. Tactics.
All right, and that's 2 models. So for those who didn't get time to read it, that's 2 models have an extra 6 inches to their deployment zone.
Do we have to declare which 2 models at this moment, or can we declare that as we're deploying?
You declare that while you're deploying, so you can place them at any time. How we did it last time, or last match, was you placed your model where you want it. So say here, and then you would pick it up and then measure 6 inches from that point. Does that make sense?
Nice. That makes perfect sense.
Okay. And it's only where the red actually is, or blue as the actual deployment zone. So you can't actually start without being on the containers without that scouting ahead.
Makes sense to me.
Okay,
right. So just for clarification then, because you mentioned that it's where the red actually is, if I were to start here, hypothetically, it looks like it is within the red. It is not technically within the red. Therefore, I'd need scouting ahead for that.
Correct, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, if you sneak under, you can look, and if you look under the shipping containers, there is no red underneath.
Oh, yep, no, I see that.
Yeah.
That's good to have clarified.
All right, so this map is called Shipping Yard. No, sorry, the scenario is a scavenger hunt, which means that salvage rules are different. You roll 1 die instead of 2, and you're going to be getting bonuses to your salvage rolls. So on an 8+ on your roll means you find the MacGuffin, or you know where your gang knows where it is. If you the player knows where the MacGuffin is, but the gang doesn't, then you cannot pick up the MacGuffin. You can shoot people who have the MacGuffin, but you cannot pick it up. The grit rules are a little strange, as you lose 3 every turn, like a normal scenario. But on top of that, you have, if you search a salvage point, you gain 2 grit. Whenever you get a bonus on future salvage tests, you gain 1 grit. You gain a number of grit. Once you find out where the MacGuffin is, you gain 4. And you gain 4 grit the first time you pick up the MacGuffin. you gain 3 grit each round you're in possession of the MacGuffin. So essentially, while you're holding the MacGuffin, you don't lose the 3, as those
Gotcha.
2 cancel out. And then you lose 4 points if your opponent discovers the location of the MacGuffin first, and you lose 4 grit when your opponent retrieves the MacGuffin. And then you lose all your grit if your opponent leaves the map with the MacGuffin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so there's a dozen or so rules there, but they're all pretty similar and related to dealing with the MacGuffin or salvage.
Yeah, and they all hit more or less at the same time is the important part.
Yes. So my scenario has no cyberlinks and no salvage points, but on the map there are 4 cyberlinks that are there, and they were just like normal cyberlinks, and then there's 10 total salvage points in the middle of the map. And I believe that is it. So we start off with rolling to see who picks which deployment side and places their first model.
All right.
Oh,
Ready
and
when you are.
one other thing I should mention. Forklifts, the gantry, and the crane all have hit points and brawn and stuff, so they can be destroyed.
Ooh, nice.
They can also all be controlled and moved. Special thing with the forklift is if the forklift is in base to base with a shipping container, then that shipping container is considered a ladder for the purposes of climbing.
Very nice.
And you can also move the gantry, and if it hits people, it causes damage. And then the crane, if you control the crane, you can throw random things at people during refresh, I believe. Oh, sorry, it's a main action to control. You can throw stuff if you take control of it. If I can remember where it is. Yeah, it looks like it's during throw rubble. Oh, yeah, so you gain control, and its action is an attack.
Nice.
Sorry, I wrote these rules a little while ago and forgot some of them.
That was good to refresh.
Indeed.
Indeed.
All right, so I guess start with the roll.
All right, here we go.
Looks like Jazz gets to pick his side.
Okay. Well, I will actually be staying right where I am. That's a perfectly serviceable side. I see no reason to switch.
All right. So deploy your first model. And it
Okay.
just goes back and forth until all models are placed.
Okay, so first up is going to be... Let me back up. There we go. This fella right here.
Your breacher.
My breacher is placed.
Just for clarification purposes, because I'm really bad at using this ruler,
Mm-hmm.
6 inches in, I could be on this.
On that one? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can get like there-ish.
Okay. I will do so with my enforcer brute, the lady. Oh, sorry. A little far. I'll pull that back.
Yeah. And you might be able to get a little farther from here. No. So that would be the best point, was that corner. Okay.
It's rad. Okay. Next up, I'm going to grab a witch, and I'm going to place that witch. I think here, opposite the roughly opposite the breacher. That sounds pretty fine to me.
All right.
I will also be placing a witch. Oh, sorry. Who is an enforcer? Here. Oh.
Okay, next up is my first scout deployment. I have a freelancer, Longtooth Hina,
Oh,
whomst I am going to place. Right here seems good.
I will place a soldier gunner. Over.
Soldier gunner is my nemesis. Okay.
Oh yes, Soldier Gunner, because you faced Master Jack last time.
Yep.
Those are some
Oh,
mean
those
soldiers.
were very nasty builds.
Yeah, very strong.
Hey, Tidewall, who is a big old bruiser of my own. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to advance deploy by 6.
I will advance deploy as well. Yes. That is my gang leader.
Nice.
It is a rarity. It is a breacher.
Very cool.
It is your deployment.
Okay. And my boss is going to start off on her bike. It is not quite fully within the deploy zone. There we go.
I have another soldier gunner. I will deploy here.
I am done deploying. That extra model that you see is for when I am inevitably dismounted.
And my gang's mascot, Shiner, the Robo Dog, will be placed there.
Nice.
All right, that looks like every model's placed, so we roll to see who takes their first turn.
Sounds good to me. Do you have any questions before we roll about the gang composition or anything?
I do not. Do you have any questions for me?
I looked over yours, and honestly, I look forward to it. It's this should be a really fun game. Explosive arrows. We're about to find out how they work for you, so it's going to be good.
Yes. Best of luck.
Likewise. Here we go. Oh, will you take the first move, or will you force me to?
I will take the first move.
Awesome sauce. All right. I think that's refresh, so we'd spend our first 3 grit.
No, spending grit is at the end of the turn.
It's the end of the turn. Right, right, right. I'm gonna get that one of these days.
I'm going to move Harryhausen, who's one of my demolition experts / gunners. We'll check his movement really quick.
Harry has a speed of 6.
Yep.
I like that. Has a right back at you on that one.
Mhm.
And explosive arrows are not affected by prowess changes, so the half prowess return fire isn't affected.
Move them up to there.
You can press tab while you're moving and it will hold a ruler.
All right.
Yep. Very convenient.
Sure is.
And can I see enough of Longtooth to shoot?
With an explosive arrow?
Yes.
Well, you can
Oh, with an
shoot
explosive
here.
arrow, you could shoot exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That was a question we had for our last one. If it had because it's not exactly worded the same as
So the real
the
question,
grenade.
yeah, I'm looking at it, and I think the real question is one that I've seen in a couple other miniature games, which is, does the explosive arrow need to be shot at a model, or can the explosive arrow be shot at a point? The wording on spells specifies designate a point.
Yeah.
The explosive arrow does not specify in the book.
It's supposed to be point.
Cool. There you go. So yeah, you can absolutely shoot at 3 inches adjacent to Longtooth Hina.
All right. I will. Yeah. Be with it. Yeah. They're outside. They're outside
Yeah,
my
it's like-
4-inch
Oh,
range
yeah.
to get
Okay.
to get bonus damage. So that just hits. So that's 6 dice on a 4 up. It was a dud.
Clearly.
It was a flare. It was this was obviously something that you prepped for your next show and forgot to swap out. And that's the story we're going with.
Unless you want to spend grit, because you can spend grit to reroll dice.
I will not use it on this particular roll.
Okay. I believe that means it's Jazz's turn.
Yep. That would make it my turn. We're going to first I'm gonna check the range because and then our dear friend Longtooth Hina is going to move up 6 inches because cover doesn't matter as much against explosive arrows. And then cackle and say, let me show you how it's done, Sonny. And it's time for hammer cannon at this poor lad right here. So that's going to be 11 dice, concussive 2, and I'm going to re-roll 1s because of Longtooth Hina's special nothing to lose rule.
Sounds deadly.
Let's find out. Let's see, ranged of 5 up, so that's 1, 2, 3 hits, and then 1, 2, 3 rerolls. And I can't reroll those further. So that's 3 hits coming in before your defense.
Nothing. Nope, it's 2. Yeah.
Now I have concussive 2. No, that means I got to double check on the concussive roll. Concussive is not piercing, so I can be reduced down to 1 damage.
Concussive 2 means that it ignores the 2 points. Sort of ignore armor. So 2 of your hits will always go through the defense.
So it is basically piercing then.
I assumed it was kind of like super piercing.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Excuse, I have to grab the door. I'll be right back.
Okay. Um,
Now I can spend 1 point to return a volley.
correct.
I will do so.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to name these guys up because they're not having names on them. This
Sorry
is
about that.
Harry. Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Harry Housen.
Winston's on the other side by himself.
Okay. And the dog is Shiner.
Mm-hmm. My witch is Chuck.
Chuck. And the one by the light pole is who?
Sylvia.
Sylvia, that's your boss. Okay. And then
Thank you for your patience. I am back.
is it the lady that's up on the container?
Yes, and the lady.
We're just naming models because we forgot to. That just makes that easier.
Makes sense. Right, so when I skedaddled, I had 3 damage coming in with concussive 2, which meant after armor, that reduces to 2 damage to Harryhausen.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Harry was going to return fire with right
Yes.
back at you.
Mm-hmm.
And are you using explosive arrows?
Yes.
Okay.
So just 2 hits.
2 hits.
Explosive arrows have concussive 1.
And that does hit the forklifts, but they have defense 3, I believe. Yep.
So it looks to me like Hina has taken 1 damage.
So I do want to make clear that you didn't have to use an explosive arrow. You could have returned fire with a normal arrow, which would have been 10 pro at 4+.
If you'd like to step it back and do that, I am totally okay.
Oh
with
no.
that.
The reason I gave them a higher proficiency was for that, but I've not got a chance to use a lot of explosive arrows, so I'm just trying to check their mile. I'm just getting as many data points with them as possible.
You know what? I absolutely support experimentation. I think that sounds rad.
And I believe now it is Halloween's turn.
Yes. And I think I will have Lady move up and search the salvage up here.
Okay. So roll a d6. Six. Technical insight. So she's not a breacher, right?
Is not.
So it doesn't make a difference. That means you gain +1 to all future salvage rolls.
Cool.
So this here goes to +1. You also gain 2 grit for searching salvage, and you gain 1 for getting a +1 salvage bonus. So that'll be 3 grit extra. All right, and now we put a control token on the salvage point that you searched. And this
Indicate that it has now been searched.
it has been searched by Halloween's gang, because the misfits can still search ones that the troop has searched.
Nice.
We'll adjust that in a moment.
That's fine. But I do believe that makes it Halloween's turn. Or not Halloween, sorry. Jazz's turn.
It's my turn. Yep. Okay, just... And I have that talking to myself. And here I am by myself, talking to myself. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to take Breach your friend here and just scoot right up behind the pillar. And then we're going to get some free Wi-Fi off the ceiling. Yeah, I have the control exploit, and I am within 6 inches, so that's not a problem there. So I've got 4 dice hitting on a 4-up. There's no...
You need 1 hit.
There, I need 1 hit. Boom. Hey, look at that. I got 1 hit. That
All
is
right.
exactly what I needed.
Spotty Wi-Fi, but you still got through.
Free Wi-Fi! Where did you even go, control token?
It went up on top.
Oh, there it,
I threw
there
it
it
down.
is. I got
Sorry.
it. I got it. It's fine.
All right, so while you're doing that, I believe it is Halloween's turn.
Yep.
I will have let me double check I can do this. I also have control, and I will try to take over our little Wi-Fi on the other side of the pole.
All right, Sylvia is Tech 4, so that means you'll get 6 dice, or do you have other bonuses?
Yep, just 6.
Okay. And that is controlled.
Very nice. Is Sylvia also going to... Well, we're haggling tokens. Is Sylvia also going to move?
She's just going to pray that she's thin.
All right, so you can spend your move action to take active cover if you wish.
I will do so.
Seems a legit thing to do to me.
That means it's Jazz's turn.
Uh-huh. Just checking some ranges here. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna move the witch. To help if I picked them up first without being in.
So you can use F1 if you wanted to do that.
Yeah. So you have the speed of 8. So move 1 puts me there. That's just too far away. So instead, what I'll do is take my second move action and we'll sprint. And it'll just put me right about there. That sounds good.
Okay, that means it is now Halloween's turn.
Winston's going to dash.
speed of 6, so that's roughly to about there.
Yeah, so yeah, about where I wanted him.
I believe now that's Jazz's turn again.
Nice. Let's see. So I don't think this counts as a straight path for charging because there is a forklift in the way.
Yeah, there is a forklift in the way.
Yeah, you cannot do that. There's an elephant in the way. That is okay, though. I think. Maybe.
You have any?
I have reach of 2
and a speed of 9.
and a speed of 9. Ah. Oh, just about an inch away.
Yep.
Well then, while we aren't going to get the full-on charge off, here's what we're gonna do: is we're gonna be cheeky, and I'm going to sprint to here.
Into base to base.
Yep.
With Winston. Winston is a gunner. Okay.
And that is the move. We're gonna see if this pays off.
All right, that should be Halloween's turn.
Mm-hmm. Halloween's turn it is.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Move. Chuck to about there. And we're going to try to Zorch with a lightning bolt.
No, not the Zorch. Not the Zorch.
Are you spending any grit on that?
I mean, we just got to. We've got some stuff to play with. So yeah, we'll spend 2 to make it 8 dice.
Okay. An AP4. And that's on 6 pluses, it looks like, because you don't have any thing to improve it.
Correct.
So that's no hits.
Yeah, let's spend 1 to reroll 3.
I'm cool with that. Hey, there we go.
That's 1 hit against Longtooth Hina with AP4.
Okay, so that is 1 more damage on Hina. Very nice.
I believe Minna's turn.
Yep, that is Minna's turn. I have a speed of 9. I'm going to do quick measuring. Plenty of range. Okay. think that's plenty. Oh yeah, that is within. It's going to be within 12.
Yeah,
Yep.
11.8.
Okay, hey. You know what? Hiya, Chuck. It's pistol time. Quick fire pistol coming in. And there are going to be a couple of side effects if I hit. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 hits coming in.
I mean, death is a side effect.
Death is in fact an interesting side effect.
Also piercing 1.
Also piercing 1. Though I don't believe I saw defense on the model, but I did see you do have the Aegis Amulet and magical protection, so that is a 5-up, and Mina only reduces Aegis from cover by 1. So unless there's going to be some grit to interrupt, I think we're in adamant territory.
Yeah, I believe so.
Now, again, you do have a couple of options for interrupt. You can hit the deck. You could make me re-roll dice, although you'd have to re-roll a couple, so there's that. I don't know.
So hit the deck would be only +1 defense? No, yeah, be +1 defense and then make your.
Yeah,
4
there's a
plus
50-50
Aegis.
chance he'll jump off the map. So
That too.
There is also that. There is, however, also a chance that you'd move out of range because I only have a 12-inch range. So I'm not going to say
All that
that
means is it becomes active cover.
yeah.
Mary, you can also spend grit to re-roll your Aegis.
Yeah, I think I'll probably do that.
Okay.
So that's how many hits was it? 9, correct?
9.
Let's roll that first.
Sounds good to me.
Seven got through.
All right. So I'll spend 1 to re-roll 3, correct?
Yep.
That is now 6 damage coming in.
That is 6 getting through.
Which puts him at 1. So he's not adamant yet.
Yep. Still active.
I will.
And yeah, didn't I ding Harryhausen by 2 earlier?
Yeah, 3 earlier. But
No,
he has. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, only 2 got through.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to update your brawn then. Because it doesn't look like it's updated on this sheet here, or on the table. Sylvia's at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then next would be Harry, who took 2 damage, you said?
Yeah. Okay, so Sylvia has 1 brawn left.
The Chuck does. Sorry.
Chuck does. Chuck has 1 brawn left. Yes, Chuck is the one standing there. He has a name. He's good.
There we go. That's everything updated.
Believe so.
So that was Minna taking the shot,
Yep.
which means it is now
Back
Halloween's
to
turn.
Halloween.
Shiner is going to move. There. Let's see if I can hit with the auto fire. Range is 9.
Yes, it's going to be 10 prowess, it says.
Yep.
And I am within range. Yeah, auto fire is. It's like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's normally 8 with your 2 upgrades. Then
Mhm.
you have controller, which makes it 9 or 10
I
because
thought
you get 2.
10.
Yes, my bad. Yep, just double checking. It's all good. That is a really
1.
bad roll.
It was comically bad.
and that was on Hina.
Yes. No, long tooth.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
this one.
Yeah, Longtooth Hina.
I have a defense of 2, so I don't think that is marked with any piercing.
It is not.
So I am good. Cyber Granny's got nothing to lose.
I do believe that is every model moved.
Yep.
I concur.
All right, so everyone loses 3 grit. We go to turn 2. And there's no... you both own 1 clink, so you gain 1 grit.
So we gain 1 to 14.
And I believe that is all refresh actions.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. Misfits ended their turn first, so they get to move first.
Excellent. That's all my move tokens. Okay, so this is you know what? Let's go for broke. That's going to be a lot of grit, isn't it? You know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to do a big ass lightning bolt from my witch to your witch. That's 11 inches.
There is cover in that.
You know what? I'll scoot first then,
Okay.
just to make sure. So I'll scoot up just a couple inches. So yeah, lightning bolt, and then we're going to be spending some grit. I will blow both uses of my psych charm. Actually, no, I've got 3 uses of it. So here's what we're going to do is I'm going to start by boosting it to 8d6 for 2 grit.
Mhm.
I'm going to spend another 2 grit to bring it over to also hit Harryhausen.
Mhm.
Okay, so You can
So that's
only
4.
spend an amount of grit equal to your magic score for that spell.
Oh, I forgot about that. I have magic 3, so I can only boost it once. Okay, that's fine then. In that case, I'll boost it. I'll still hit Harryhausen. I'll boost it once, so that's 66. So that's 3, and that's all my psych charm and no grit pool.
I will try to nullify it to make you spend 2 extra to spend 2 grit.
So that is Chuck, who's equal, so you need to spend 1 grit. 4 grit to nullify? Because it's the amount of grit they have plus 1, I believe. Let me double check. It's been a while since I've seen nullify used.
Yeah.
So spell counts as a spell. So this spell costs 1 grit to cast and can only be cast on spells of lower magic. The target caster may spend 2 grit to force the spell through and cancel the nullify. Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it cost. I thought it was just 1.
Oh, yeah, no, it is 1. Sorry. I'm thinking of an
But it can
older
only be
version of
cast on
nullify.
spells with a lower magic. So I have magic 3 as an enforcer. You have magic 3, so you'd need to spend 2.
Yep. You have to boost it once.
Yeah. And then I would need to spend 2 more
to overcome.
to get through.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an even trade. Not bad.
You know what? Yeah, I will go ahead and spend 2. So I'm out my psych charm and I'm out 2 grit. I think that's fair.
Ooh. 12 and
okay,
10.
so I boosted once and I boosted once and then I jumped.
Correct.
Cool.
So that'd be 60 on both.
That's 6. I do have magical attack, so I'm rolling against a 4-up, and I've got AP 3. So Harryhausen first. One, two, 3 hits on Harryhausen.
Okay.
And that's with AP 3, so I don't think he has any defense.
Harryhausen has defense of 2, it says. Yes. Armor coat is 2 defense.
2 defense minus 3
minus
is,
3, yes.
looks like all 3 get through.
Correct.
And then against
Chuck.
Chuck.
Which is 0 defense as well.
1, 2, 3.
That does put him in. Probably puts him in Adamat.
Yeah, just Aegis kicks in.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's
So
roll that
3 Aegis first.
Yeah, puts him into adamant. Just flip, and then mark down to 0 brawn.
And
that was a move.
That is my witch.
So Halloween.
Halloween, your move.
It does look like there's 3 people all clustered together.
It
There
does.
are, in fact, 3 people clustered together. I
And
won't say I did that on purpose, but I will say that risk was calculated. Let's see if I'm bad at math.
And I believe they are 4 inches apart. So if I picked a spot, any spot between the two of between.
Well, it's a 4-inch radius.
Yeah.
So all the way out to there and all the way out to like there. Yeah, it's no problem.
Oh yeah.
That will hit the other 2 forklifts. So if you do more than 3 damage, those forklifts will be damaged. And do forklifts explode? Not in this one, I don't think. No, they do not explode.
Yeah.
All right. Clink is well out of range. Yeah. So that'll be 6 dice at 4+.
Yeah. but I could aim at a point that's closer to uh, the leader, so I don't hit the clink.
Oh, yeah, clink is no. Yeah, there's no
The
problem.
clink is
You're
out
not
of
gonna
Yeah,
hit
range.
clink.
yeah. I just want to make
So
sure.
like,
Yeah, like
yeah. So yeah, it's 4 inches, not 3 inches.
yeah. The troop have a
We have-
special ability.
Oh, troop special. Okay, cool. We're all, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, you can't hit all 3 without also hitting the. Oh wow.
That's a nice roll.
Okay, that's a 5 coming in at, it's still concussive 1 for troop.
Yeah, it's just a bigger explosion.
Cool beans.
Not better, just
5.
bigger.
5 coming in. Let's start with the witch, which has defense 2, so that makes it 4-3, which means I'm rolling 3 against an Aegis of 5+. So 5 damage, 3 damage comes in, and 2 damage comes in at the witch. Ow. Next up is Longtooth Hina.
Also defense 2.
Also defense 2, no Aegis. So that is just straight up 3 damage at Hina. And then lastly is Minna, whom I am looking at, and Minna has a defense of 2
And no Aegis.
and no Aegis. So I'm gonna take the 2 damage, and I will go ahead and use the once per round interrupt to spend a grit to shoot back at half prowess.
3 damage, isn't it? Because 5 got
I have a
through.
defense of 2. 5 got yeah, it is 3. It is 3. It is 3. I don't know where I got the 2.
Because the 2 defense probably.
I do. Yep, that's where I got the 2. So I will spend a grit to interrupt and shoot back at Harryhausen, who is within
That's
range
at half prowess, right?
at half prowess.
So it'll be 5 dice.
Five at 3 up. It's 2. And piercing 1, so it looks like just 1 damage.
Yep. So where's him? So he took 3, so he's down to 1, I believe, right?
As
Harry
if
has
he
7 to
already
start.
Yeah.
yeah, he had 7 to start. He took 3
2.
earlier this round.
Yep.
And then 2
It was-
before that, so that's 5. He's down to 1.
Yeah.
That was a nice shooting back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And you spent your 1 grit on that? Yeah, you
I
did.
spent my grit on it.
I believe it is. Oh, no. Harryhausen can still move.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna actually take a bow and leave.
Exunt omnis pursued by bear.
There.
And I do believe now that is Jazz's turn to start.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Tidewall is over here with our good friend Winston. Hi, Winston.
Greetings.
You look like you enjoy a nice game of baseball.
This is not true.
I'll be the batter. So yeah, we're just gonna start off by just taking a swing with a big ol' heavy mace. No fancy movements at this point. We're just rolling 15 dice against a 4 up. Concussive 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 hits.
Winston does have 2 defense.
Yep,
And
so that's
7
six,
brawn.
5. That's 5 damage at the moment.
I think he's just going to be complaining about the unwritten rules of baseball or something.
All right. Is Tidewall
Would you
moving?
care to walk away victorious?
I instead of walking away, I think I will pat him on the head and talk about how it's okay, little guy. You're you'll learn. No, I'm actually just I'm gonna remain stationary.
All
We're
right.
just gonna hang out there. We're just gonna chill. I know we're supposed to be looking for something, but I just feel like playing baseball. Halloween, your move.
Uh, how far is the drop off one of the containers?
2.5 or 2.6 inches.
So under the 3, so
Yeah. Yeah, 2.6. So yeah, you can run off, drop, and then check the salvage if you want.
I would. You're reading the lady of Lake Street's mind.
Lady of Lake Street, I love it. Try left and right clicking at the same time to just drag him on the ground.
Thank you.
You can also adjust the max height if you see the icon of the little fella with the barbell. You can set the maximum lift height down too.
So let's roll that salvage.
All right, that'll
One
be
dice.
1d6 plus 1.
Seven.
7. So you gain 2 grit for searching salvage. The next time you roll on a salvage table, roll twice and choose which result you want.
Nice.
But you don't get a bonus to future salvage rolls.
And you have now searched that one.
Now, misfits.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna activate. Yeah, I'm gonna activate Hina. There's a speed of 6. So we'll just go right there. And oh, hi, Sylvia. I have a hammer cannon and a line of sight. So I think I'm going to use that.
All right, that is a 11 prowess.
It's 11 at
5 plus.
5 up, re-rolling ones. It's 1, 2, 3, and I've got 3 to re-roll. That is 4 damage coming in.
And the active cover went away on the refresh, correct?
You wouldn't even have active cover because there's no cover at all.
Oh, okay. Because I thought because she was.
Yeah,
took
she
it
took
before.
the action so that if she were to get passive cover, she'd get active cover instead.
Okay. So that was 4, you say?
That's 4, I say.
Halloween's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia does not like getting her hands dirty, but she is flustered and will return fire. Is that with her shotgun?
Is it within 6 inches? It is. You
Oh,
get
yeah.
additional +4 to that shot.
So yeah, I wasn't sure about this. So is that a +4 or a +7?
+7.
Okay. So 14.
Yup. Yeah, it's not a +4 instead. It's an additional +4.
Yeah, I've played against a really fast gang that just had shotguns. They just go.
Oh,
And those are 6s, so 2 hits.
2 hits, yes.
are you spending any grit to re-roll that? Because I don't see any piercing or concussive on the shotgun, so Hina would just ignore that.
There is another thing. You didn't. If you don't plan on moving, you could aim to get an additional +2.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll actually, I will aim actually, so.
All right.
I always forget about aiming.
All right, so that's 2 hits without aiming. And then, so bring it down to 2 and roll that.
Oh, sorry. Wrong button.
Yeah.
Sure.
We understand. Hey, there's still the same 2 hits. Amazing.
Total of 6. So nothing.
Yep.
Sounds
So
good.
did you want to spend any grit to re-roll any of your misses?
It's 1 for 3, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do so. Still nothing. So
Okay, so yeah, it's a solid hit, and it turns out that I am made of armor, and so it's not gonna matter.
That sounds like it's Jazz's turn now.
I think it is, yes. Oh, let's get fancy. I'm gonna grab Minna here, and I'm gonna double check Minna's speed because I scrolled down and forgot.
I believe it's 9.
There we go. It is in fact 9. Cool. Sylvia and Harryhausen are both within range. I am going to quick fire pistol at both of them. So that will be 6 prowess apiece to each of them. Looking at it, I think I've got a clear line of sight to Sylvia, probably.
I would say so. I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah, there's some points on my base, like if I'm going from the back wheel, I've got half obscured from the pillar. But if I'm
Yeah.
going from
If
the
you're even going
model's
from
head,
if you're going from the head, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the front, it's fully
Right.
visible.
6 dice at Sylvia, hitting on 3+. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Piercing 1.
Mm-hmm.
Puts her in adamant.
And then 6 dice on Harryhausen, hitting on 3+, piercing 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That looks like that's going to cost me 2 grit.
Nope. There's no grit loss for models dying in this scenario.
Oh, I forgot.
And your models are all close enough that you haven't had to do panic tests for them either.
Correct. But is there a boss? So no. Okay. So there's no one of equal or lower rank within 12 inches or to do panic tests because when the model's downed. But
Yep.
that does mean Sylvia's flipped over, right?
Yeah.
And at 0 brawn.
And that's Minna having moved.
Hausen's at 0. Now it's Halloween.
Yep, Halloween.
Sad robot dog is gonna double back and return fire. All at your mounted token.
Okay.
These are 5+, so that's 4 hits. No piercing.
Five plus, 4 hits, no piercing. I have defense of 2, so I will take 2 from that.
Right, I do believe that means it is your Breacher's turn for the Misfits.
Yep. Okay. And so what that is gonna look like is whoa, levitation. There we go. Let's let's not try levitating there. Oh, it happened again. That's going to look like a
Double move.
double move.
14 inches, yep.
That is all misfits moved.
I believe only Winston is left.
Yeah.
Hello.
Poke. Gonna stab you with a knife. Never good at it. But he has a lot of dice.
I believe that's 14 dice.
Yep.
What a roll. 6 hits?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Wow. I'm not even mad. Okay. 6 hits. That's a knife, so it's no piercing.
Knife is piercing 1.
Knife is 1?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, there it is. It's on. I see it on mine. Okay. So my defense is only 3 against that, so I'll take 3 hits. Ow. I felt that. Not a lot, but I felt it.
I do believe that is everyone moved. So
Yep.
everyone loses 3 grit and then gains 1 back for controlling a clink.
Use 3, gain 1. Goodbye to those.
All right. Both Sylvia and Chuck are at 1 brawn and are dazed, so they get no main action. They do have a move which they can use to crawl or stand up.
Mhm.
And crawling is done at half speed. I do believe Halloween finished first, so he gets to go first.
Actually,
No
I didn't-
Jazz?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, that's
Jazz.
right. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Yeah, because I
So
was
Winston
picking my
moved.
targets, and I was targeting the ones that had already moved to down them, if I could. So
That's right. All right. So Jazz goes first. Oh, I need to change this to turn 3.
yup. Okay. I'm going to start with my breacher here, and we're just gonna snuggle up to that salvage there, and I'm gonna examine the salvage. Let's what goodies we have there. So it's 1 die,
And you have no pluses?
not yet.
Okay.
On a 2.
On a 2 is a confusing riddle. Make a composure test. If you pass, you get +2 instead of +1.
Nice. And composure is what is that? It's 1 die.
Just 1 die, and it has to be.
My composure is, oh god, it's a 6+. Nope.
All right, so you gain a +1 on future salvage tests.
Salvage.
I do have a counter right up here.
Oh, you have it here.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, never mind that. We're good.
All right, and you gain 2 grit for searching a salvage point, and you gain 1 grit for getting a +1 on future salvage rolls.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
And that was a move to get in base to base there, right?
Yep.
So now it is
So I have now moved.
Halloween's turn.
Lady will. She's very focus driven and will do roughly the same thing. Grab her. There we go.
You might have to raise your lift height to get over that.
Six plus one still?
Yes, but you get 2d6 and get to pick which one you want because of your last previous salvage.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that is Confusing Riddle or Mystic Insight. So Confusing Riddle is you do a composure test and get 2 points instead if you pass, while Mystic Insight is you roll a number of dice equal to your magic, and for every 6 that you get is an extra +1 on future salvage.
Lady's done an escape room before.
Oh, the lady is not a witch. I thought she was.
No, she's just.
Oh, 4 plus calm. All right, so you make your roll of 1d6. And that is not. You could spend a grit to try and up it, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so that gets you a reroll. There you go. So now you gain +2. So your salvage bonus is now a 3. You gain 2 grit for searching a salvage, and you gain 2 grit for getting a +2 to future salvage rolls.
I forgot to drop my token on this salvage. There we go.
gonna temporarily move the lady really quick so I can get that in there easier.
A-okay with that.
Epsy, would you mind? Can you sneak that in there for
Yeah,
me?
sure, I can do that. So if I
Very much
go
appreciate it.
right there and then F8 and just slide that down. I do believe it is now Jazz's turn.
Yes, I believe so. Okay, Longtooth Hina is going to move up here, which puts me in base to base with 2 models.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to be able to attack 1. I'm doing this on purpose. I am going to take an attack on Sylvia.
It's gonna leave a sad war dog who doesn't have any melee weapon.
And that's 10. Rerolling 1s. There are no 1s to reroll. Hitting on 4s, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She has been stumped.
All right. So Sylvia's also the owner of Shiner, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn him to
white, 'cause-
gray. Yeah,
yeah.
white.
White, gray, doesn't matter. So that means
And also the controller of the C-Link.
correct. So Sylvia gets removed.
That is the end of Longtooth Hina's action. It is Halloween turn.
Uh,
That was the boss versus, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Chuck
Chuck's got.
needs to do a roll composure check.
Oh, sorry.
Hiya, Chuck.
All right. If I go here. For casualty test, we'll roll 1 die. On a failure, they are frightened.
It's a failure.
So frightened means they must move towards cover or towards the nearest edge. To me, this looks like they're running off the board.
Crawling,
If
but
you
yes.
activate them.
Yeah.
Because there's no cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, no one else is within 6 inches. So you're good.
All right. Winston's gonna stab on his turn again.
Oh no! Roll those dice and get those 6s. A knife! No!
2 hits with piercing 1.
Yep, so I have armor 4, so I believe that means 0 hits.
Correct.
Because it's not concussive, it's piercing.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? Tidewell's just gonna take another swing. It's like guffaw broadly, say something about, good swing, little fella. And then 15 15 against a 4. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. That is 10 hits coming in.
He went down swinging.
Oh yeah, he did real good. Like this fella, that little fella, and let's see, it's 2.5 up, and they're not ladders, so it's effectively 5 up. Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, I have a speed of 9.
Looks like it's just possible.
So yeah,
You can go
I
right
think
here
yeah,
and
it's 4 there, 5 up, and that should be just put me right in there.
Correct. Yep.
So in salvage zone for next turn.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
Halloween.
And that's Tidewall. Halloween, you're up.
You have one model to move.
Yeah. Chuck leaves the fight, I believe.
Yep. That's how I would take it. Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't. Yeah, he has to crawl, and he. Your turn.
for the rest of your models.
Okay. All right. Well then, okay, here we go. We're going to begin with the witch. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 grit on this, and I'm going to double boost my stun against the lady. So I will remove my grit now. That is spent. So I've got 12d6. I'm hitting on 4 ups. My magic numbers are 2, 4, and 6. If I get 2, I reduce speed. If I get 4, I immobilize. If I get 6, I daze.
So just to let you know, the immobile and daze go away at refresh. The half speed does
Oh.
not.
Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and I'll not boost it. I'll save my grit. So that's something to do earlier. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I will only roll 6 dice on this. Magic numbers are still 2, 4, and 6. I hit on 4+. Nothing happens. That is honestly okay. Which will now skedaddle over to here. That's the witch has moved. And now Minna. So that's 9 to there. And then it's another 9 to there. On the ground. Thank you.
I do believe that is everyone moved.
That's everyone moved.
Okay, so everyone loses 3 grit, and Jazz gains
I
1
gain
back.
1. For a net loss of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. You finished moving first this time around, so your go.
Lady will defiantly try to find the MacGuffin.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this will be at +3.
Yeah.
Only
It's F8 to go through layers, correct?
Correct.
Oh.
Where that works. A 6
Yep.
is, if I can find the right spot, technical insight, not a breacher, are they?
She is still not a reacher.
Okay, so that means you get +1 to your future search, and +2, 3 grit total for all your things.
The odds are not great, but you could, in fact, still win this.
It is all your moves.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't need these move tokens anymore. Because it's all me. Let's start with. I'm going to start with my breacher, who has a speed of 7, which means I should be able to just skedaddle on over to here. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
and search.
This is at +1.
1 die at +1. It is
5
4.
technical insight.
I am a breacher.
Yep. So roll number of dice equal to tech. And if any of them are
Uh,
6s, they become an additional plus.
I have a tech of 2. Come on, 6s. Nope.
No. So that means you gain 3 grit and a +1 to your thing. Yeah.
+1 to salvage bonus and 1, 2, 3 grit.
Next up.
That's you. Next up is Tidewall has not activated, so I will search the salvage.
So this will be a +2. Only 1
That only 1 die. Reroll that. Please wait till the dice come to a complete stop. Reroll that. 3.
3 mystic insight. So
Tidewall is just a bruiser.
Oh, not
So roll
just
another
a brawler?
die. Yeah, just a brawler. He's not the
Tidewall
witch.
has a magic score
Tidewall shouldn't have a magic score.
because they're a brawler. I thought they were.
Yeah, they're a brawler.
I thought they were a water Yojin because of tide.
I know. It's psychological warfare.
All right, so you just that means you get 3 grit and a +1.
3 more grit and a +1. 1, 2, 3. And then since it's difficult to climb down, this turn what we're going to do is we're just going to climb down and we're going to move 4.
So there's no fall damage. So you can
so I can just kind of hop off.
You can just jump to where you want to go, and you just fall down.
Okay, cool. So that's easier. So that's like 1 inch then instead.
Mhm.
So that makes it 2, 3. That makes it 8 to climb up there. So I'll just get 1 more inch, like so.
Sounds good.
So that's Tidewall.
Sorry, I don't know that, but I do have a skill you might like. It's called Tide Guide. Want to try it?
Oh, you want 5 guys?
I stupid speaker. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. My smart device just decided to go off there.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I've searched that one. I've searched that one. I should mark those. I'll mark them while I'm considering.
Okay. I was going to do that while you did whatever you needed.
Yeah,
to.
you go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you do that. Well, I've gained a lot of grit here, so I've got Nynaeve the Witch. Can I aim a lightning bolt?
Yeah, you can if you get other benefits, but you do not get bonus prowess.
Okay, cool. That is the answer that benefits there. So in that case, I will just go ahead and spend 3 grit to boost a lightning bolt, 2 grit to boost it to 8, and then 1 more grit to boost my skill by 1.
Okay.
So the 4 up that I need, thanks to magic attack, goes down to a 3 up.
That sounds about right.
That's my 3 grit spent. And that's 8 dice. And that's against 3 up.
This is AP 6 or.
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 5 hits on the lady.
Yep.
Oh, the lady hasn't taken any damage yet until now.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
She was made to be an objective runner, and she's doing pretty good.
Oh, she's doing great at that.
She gets high marks. Rest of the team, we'll call it a dry run, a dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal, yes, perfect.
And then
I believe that leaves Hina.
that leaves
and
Minna. Hina and Minna,
Oh,
that's right.
no,
Hina can do things
No,
too.
Hina moved this turn.
No, Hina.
That was last turn?
Hina did not. That was last turn.
Okay, my bad.
That was last turn. I don't have to hurt the dog. We can let the survivors care for the dog afterward. So Minna, yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot with Minna. I'm gonna aim and I'm gonna shoot.
There does look to be cover there.
Cool. There'll be -1 Aegis from the cover.
Okay. So that means no Aegis.
And so aiming and shooting looks like 12 prowess at 3 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage coming in.
Yeah, I
Piercing
think
one.
I think I'll have to concede at this point.
Yeah, lady is a brawler, or sorry, is an enforcer, so would go adamant, but then you take no turn
Yeah.
Take the
5,
stand
which would mean
up,
turn 6
and I-
would be.
Yeah, it's stun lock
Mhm.
until death.
To me, yeah, this really does sound like a opportune time to concede.
I would not hold it against you on that. Yeah. I was considering foregoing the shot and doing some more searching, but honestly, the tactical thing to do with
Like,
one
just
model remaining was just take
try
the
to-
shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we see where the MacGuffin would have been, just for my own curiosity's sake?
Well, that depends on what's rolled.
Yeah.
So, let's say you search again, Jazz.
So I'll search again at a +3,
So
which is 4.
Which 4 does Mystic Insight. So let's just give you.
Let's
a
say I
+1.
search with the witch.
Sure. So roll those. All right. So it's just a 4. So roll again.
Search again at +4. 9.
It's found. Your gang may retrieve the MacGuffin if the location of the MacGuffin is unknown. Randomly select a salvage point and place the MacGuffin token. So it's in a
there are
random
what,
location.
6 salvage points?
There's
There are 8.
10 salvage points.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d6.
I'll just get
or...
a D10 out.
Yeah, spawn a d10. And roll it
So
for us.
1 is going to be. Oh, why is that locked? Is that locked? No, it's not. So 1 will be here, and then we're going to go clockwise around. So this
All
will
right,
be 0.
here we go.
5. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here.
So I did search there, but I didn't find it the first time.
Correct.
So knowing where it was, I would be able to go back and say, "Oh, that's where it is," and pick it up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a
Well, good, fun game.
Yeah.
All right.
Your objective runner was really well placed, and honestly, if I had not mopped up the big bulk of your gang all at once,
Yeah.
she would have been doing phenomenal over there.
Yeah.
I would make some tweaks to my gang leader next time.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
Like giving her armor. Like, I forgot to.
A
And I had
breacher
one-
gang. Sorry, breacher gang leader is a really cool idea, and I like it. The problem is that the breacher requires either survivability, like, and or support.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Yeah, getting armor for those stray shots is definitely a good idea. So there's nothing I'd say about that's definitely a good plan.
What also could have helped is a little bit better placement. So you placed her here to start, right?
Yeah.
So if instead you went up here for her placement, and then you could put her
Mhm.
here and have her just hide. You know, that's with though that wasn't be in reach, would it?
No.
So then she would just be supporting the rest of the gang, doing like scans and
Mhm.
yeah, maybe a different ability pick, something that is more offensive focused.
Yeah,
Scans.
I have the ability to give her prowess to Shiner, I think. I really should
Yes.
think about doing that more as a setup.
Yeah, that could have worked. Oh, you also have reposition ally, so that could have
Yeah.
gotten people moving nicely.
Another thing that you could do, reposition ally is great. Exploit master is excellent.
Mhm.
Something that served me incredibly well in my first match is my breacher is actually running with control, obviously, but is running with intervene.
Yeah, Intervene's looking pretty strong.
And so having your boss with the extended exploit range sitting up here nice and pretty behind the tower and saying, oh yeah, no, go ahead and reroll 5 of those dice for 1 crit, making your opponent reroll 5 hits is
Super
pretty
strong.
powerful.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, you're the boss. You had technology 4, 6, 1 grit for 6 dice, or 2 grit for 8. No, for 12 dice. So you could make my boss reroll all of her dice if they somehow all hit. You could make my Tide Wall reroll all of his hits for 2 grit, and that would be just incredibly powerful.
I would also suggest a change to Chuck, your witch, and giving her probably instead of Hex, or I guess him, instead of Hex, picking the use magic or 7 minus magic for spells to hit.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
lightning will actually hit.
Oh yeah, magical attack is excellent. If you're being an offensive caster, I feel it's a must pick. It's that important. Honestly, almost every witch I've seen has the Aegis Amulet and magical protection.
Yeah.
I made a joking comment to a friend. Yeah, no, witches get gang rank -2 slots because you're gonna take Aegis Amulet and magical protection.
Yeah, my thought with Hex was just to go, no fire, no, you do not get to cast Firestorm without a heavy cost penalty. Trying and nullifying it and hexing it because it's so dangerous.
Yeah, nullify is very good with that especially with that 18-inch range. And it did cost me extra grit, and if it hadn't been the turn before the turnaround, that actually honestly had me worried, and that's why I went so hard the following turn on. Yeah, I gotta take him out, because I was at a grit disadvantage there, and you were objective running, and it was I put everything on that big attack turn, and it paid off in spades, but.
Also, I think I might give up explosive arrows
So
if and go with just the heavy arrow for a trick arrow.
heavy arrow is concussive 1, I believe.
Concussive 2.
Concussive 2. So if you go explosive arrows, the troop are excellent explosive arrow people.
Yeah.
Simply because they get the extra range, the radius. And then if you go the stealth, do they get stealth? Can they get the stealth options? I believe.
I don't recall.
Oh, right. No, you need an enforcer. Right.
Yeah.
You get an enforcer and then you get harry. And so if you cause any wounds on anyone, they become knocked down. And then you take
then you go with the
comedy
things
mask.
Comedy mask.
And then so you're AoE knocking people over, getting grit doing it.
I think that's a stronger play than just seeing how 6 dice worth of damage goes. But most people are harder than 6 dice. So
yeah.
My thought on that, like, if you're gonna go bows, what you might want to do for like a complete revamp, keep your 2 gunners, So keep Winston and Harryhausen. Give one of them troop explosive arrows, and give the other one heavy arrows, or possibly give them both. Like get rid of maybe I don't know what you deep six for it, but if you give them both, you can switch between the two.
Yeah.
Move them together, give your witch like turn your witch to completely defensive, and give the witch stuff like fog cloud and
I was debating.
and just
I was
move
like,
them as a group, and that way if people are clumped up, you can put 2 explosive arrows in the middle of the clump, because 6 dice against
Yeah.
one person, not all that much. 6 dice against 4 people, oh, potentially a lot.
Yeah.
And if people are scattering up, then you could switch, say, oh, we're heavy arrows now, and just go single shot mode.
I was like, I was torn. I was 50-50 between like Hex and Nullify or going just complete stealth fog. I was torn. So yeah, I did think I had that idea.
Yeah, and I can't say that it would be the best idea, but I do think it's potentially a very solid idea. I really did. I like your gang. I like the other thing that I would have done is I would have kept Harryhausen and Winston together, because the reason I deployed my forces split was because Tidewall is designed to get up close and soak hits. In the last game, he basically took 1 full round of shooting from an entire sniper gang and still managed to get into melee range. And I'm very proud of the boy. So when his opposition on one side was literally just 1 goblin, despite the fact that he did really, really well with that knife, I wasn't worried.
Oh, Winston was he was only put over there just to tie up that side for a round or two. He was a feint to give to keep pressure off of the lady.
Yeah, I'm just saying I might not have
Yeah.
even made that feint. I might have just kept the gunners together, and just committed, because they're zappy, but they're also squishy.
Now the thing is, though, the lady would have been hit here when she first fell down. If who was it? Winston wasn't here.
Yeah.
So like that tied
that's
up.
that's also true.
That
Yeah,
tied
that's
up
like- yeah.
Tidewall for 2 turns, so that she could run up here. Now,
Yeah,
there was a big
my-
observation there.
Yeah, that's what the both my gunners are basically just harassers.
Okay.
The way they're best used right now. And
I probably would have considered putting Winston up here then, because then it's just, oh, you're gonna go here. Well, then when you move in, I'll just start shooting you from behind, trying to constantly harass you, or I'll take out your breacher and you lose your clink.
Okay.
Right? That could have been a different play if you were just trying to harass this end. Tying them up it was a tough call.
Yeah, and basically, I'm saying all of this to say that I think you did very, very good.
oh yeah.
And that's not just me coming at you from well, I won, so I can afford to say this. It was a very interactive game.
Yeah, I think another mistake that was made was focus firing on Hina when she's like here, because she just soaks up hits. Yes, she has some offense, but just 10. Is it 10?
base 10
brawn.
Base 10 brawn.
Yeah. So she just eats up your hits, and it would have been, doing something to get her off the board instead probably would have been stronger. But you don't have, like, confuse orders would have been great against Hina. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to close off the stream.
Thank you very much for hosting, and
Yeah.
thank you for organizing this entire tournament.
Yeah.
Yes, I concur.